E Street, Allegheny, Rick the puppy. I'm here on Allegheny and E. When I lived in Port Richmond, my dad would drive to get to my grandmom's house. He would drive Allegheny Ave, and when he would make that right-hand turn down on E Street, I knew we were near Grandmom's. I was thinking, parking's not that bad around here, and I guess it's because of this church taking up half the block. I don't remember my parents having to drive around looking for parking places. I am wearing sunglasses because I don't know where this video is going to go. I was going to make a video just showing Rick the puppy where I used to spend all my Christmas Eves at. When up till about 1991, my grandma moved out in 92. She left Kensngton in 92. So I think my last Christmas here was 1991. And I spent every Christmas Eve at my grandmom's house. The happiest time of my life. I always remember parking on this street, not on Willers. It may be parking west off. But for almost 13, 14 years, we would spend our Christmases here on Willard Street in this house. But I used to spend all my Christmas Eves in this house from, I think it was like 5 o'clock at night till about 9, maybe earlier. Maybe we left a little earlier. And it was, I don't remember, it's funny, I associate food with my grandmom. I think food, whenever I think of food, I think of my grandmom. But when I mention this, I'm going to walk around the block, that way I don't look insane. But when I mention that to my aunts and uncles, I always laugh because I guess my grandmom was not I got my grandmom's playing card. My grandmom was not that great of a cook. This is my grandmom. This is her playing card. So, but I don't remember eating meals, but apparently we had ham and meatballs, and then Grandmom would make chocolate covered pretzels, and I eat chocolate covered pretzels today. Not all the time, because when I do, I cry about it. So my grandmom was my favorite person in the world. Grandmom had a fake fireplace, and she loved her accessories for a fake fireplace. She used to have like black metal fireplace tools, I think, and then one year for Christmas Eve in this house, somebody gave her brass fireplace tools. She had a spare bedroom. My aunt had the back bedroom, and there was a middle bedroom where my uncle would keep his mummer costumes. I remember that. My uncle was in Aqua, which is my favorite string band. Oh, this is where Dennis lost his teeth. But yeah, my grandmom had a spare mattress in her middle bedroom, and we would take the mattress and go sliding down her steps. She let us do that in the alleyway. It's locked up. And she used to have a pool in the summertime, and I don't think she would empty out the pool. She would shock it with bleach. She had Clorox. Oh, let me clean the pool, hon. Let me throw a cup of bleach in there. She would give me some quarters, and we would go to Mr. Coco's to play video games once in a while. I would have to go to Ella's to get her cigarettes, or the corner store down there. And there was another corner store that opened up near here when she moved out. Christmas Eve, it would be the one time of the year, besides like a wedding or a funeral, that my grandmom's family would all be together. My grandmom had 4 kids. She had 3 boys, 1 girl. And all the grandkids would come, and everyone had a bunch of kids. And the one thing that was a constant, the one thing that would always go, that you would always hear, no matter, it doesn't matter what room you were in, you would always hear my grandmom's cackle. She had a great laugh. Or my Uncle Kevin's laugh, or my uncle my Uncle Mike has a weird laugh. You would always hear laughter. My Aunt Liz has a loud laugh, and one thing I always associate with this house is laughter. Every year we get one pretty decent gift from Grandmom every year, or sometimes 2. It depends. I think one year I got a camera. One year my dad got a Late Night with David Letterman jacket. That might have been for his birthday, but she got a custom made Late Night with David Letterman jacket. Oh, my grandmom had cable, and I think Kensngton got cable before Port Richmond. So my grandmom would tape wrestling for me. So when Mr. Perfect, who was my favorite wrestler, beat Tito Santana in the Intercontinental Championship, my grandmom recorded a 2-hour show, and I think she paused out the commercials for me, which means that poor saint of a woman sat there and watched wrestling, or maybe my Aunt Eileen did. Either way, someone had to sit there and watch wrestling and pause the commercials. There it is, Willard Street. Honestly, I haven't been here on Christmas Eve 30 years. Oh my God. I haven't been on this street on Christmas Eve in almost 30 years. My grandmom will be turning 100 in 2023. Which means, she passed away in 2000. Let me check her plate. Let me check her stats. We lost her in 08. Remember her house being very decorated for Christmas? There was Christmas knickknacks all over the house. And I know that I have a good portion of those knickknacks. I was going to bring one and knock on the door and give it to the person, but they don't have Christmas decorations, so maybe they're not, they're not celebrate Christmas. But I was going to see if I can get a Christmas decoration back in the house. Maybe I should give it to my cousins. Maybe that's more important than the stranger. Maybe that's, your family's more important than the house. But I know if you were sick, she would make a chicken noodle soup, and I don't remember it being bad. I remember that being good, but maybe it was just chicken broth and noodles. She's very plain, but she was a single mother taking care of 4 kids, and so you got taken. She did the best for what she could. I mean, chicken a la king, right? So, all right, Rick the puppy. This was Grandmom's house. The lamp's still there, and there used to be I think she used to get coal. Coal used to get delivered down there. There was a coal fireplace in the basement. There was a bar and a pool table in the basement. Rick the puppy. We're gonna get out of here. All right, Grandmom. I know you're not this building, but I'd rather go here than our grave, if that makes sense. Like I said, when I think of Christmas Eve and I think of that house, I just think of laughter. And I remember, I think I dialed the 976 number 200 times to track Santa Claus. I never heard about that. I don't think my grandmom ever snitched on me on that. And then when Grandma moved out of Kensington, she had a place up near Christ the King Church, and she had an apartment. And we had the Christmas dinners there too. I remember doing that in my 20s. And then we still had the Christmas tradition at my aunt's and uncle's house. We have it coming up this Saturday night, and I'm glad we do that because it's the only we don't do it that often. I'm gonna end this like this. Oh, so when you would leave Grandmom's house, at the end of the night, you would leave Grandmom. You would she'd say, "Come here, hon," and she'd give you a kiss on the cheek, bless you, and say, "Go with Jesus." We'd love to know the origin story of Go with Jesus. Maybe I'll find that out at the Christmas party this year. What is the origin of Grandmom saying "Go with Jesus"? Rick the puppy, you're in Allegheny Avenue. You can't do that. So from Allegheny Ave, I want to say to you, have a Merry Christmas. Go with Jesus.